That thing weighs a ton. It's a gorgeous statue, but it weighs a ton. Okay, actually, for those of you who watch the television station CPAC, you got to know his the Chief Justice, Associate Chief Justice, very well, because he was on incessantly, 24/7. They just kept replaying the hearings over and over and over again. Okay, now that we've gone through that part of the program this evening, it is now time for us to have dinner, to break bread together. And the way we're going to do this tonight, we have 2 rooms set up, it's my understanding, at both ends with food. So what we'd like to do is to have this half of the room, obviously, will be going through that door, or that door and around. Okay, will be that door. And the other half of the room will be going through that door, that one there? Okay, great. Didn't get my briefing tonight here. So what we'd like to do is just start sort of table by table. Reverend Dr. Karen Hamilton, the General Secretary of the Canadian Council of Churches, to come up and actually do grace. That would be a very, very good thing to do. But while she is getting here, we'll just do table by table to sort of file out the door. So, Dr. Hamilton, over here.
Salam alaikum. Let us gather together in prayer. Most merciful, most compassionate, most holy God, we are here in your presence this night to be together in the wondrous diversity in which you have made us, to celebrate together light in the very midst of and overcoming the darkness, to share food in such a way as to strengthen community and to strengthen our ongoing and passionate witness to your will that no one in our world go hungry, be cold, or suffer from preventable disease. We thank you for this evening, for the spirit-filled conversations, for the nourishment of body and being, for your call to us to be sisters and brothers in your name. We thank you for the courage and the creativity we take with us from this evening, so that our voices, our actions for peace and justice in the world ring out loudly and persistently. For all these things, for all your blessings that sparkle and shine in our lives, we give you thanks and we say, Amen.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hamilton. Okay, now can I do it, Anise? Okay, we can start filing out for dinner. So bon appetit and enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. our special guests who have taken the time and the trouble to join with us this evening. And I'd like to call up our representatives from the federal parliament, the federal government. And we're very pleased today to have Derek Lee, Yasmin Ratansi, and Bonnie Crombie, who are just going to very briefly say a few words, the three of them. Please come up. Welcome them.
You're the senior on the team, is that right?
I'm trying to figure out ladies or gentlemen first, but assalamu alaikum, and I'd love to have these two beautiful women up beside me. It makes me look better, but I'm delighted to be here with all of you tonight again for another Eid dinner. The people who generally come to this dinner, I tend to think of as one of the Toronto area families. And I was thinking earlier about the big long speech I was going to give, which I'm not, Janet, going to give. But it occurred to me that we were gathering here with people, many of whom know how to pray really well. And a lot of us in the public sector often don't take time to stop and pray really well. And I thought of offering a hope for the new year that doesn't have anything to do with economics and used cars and things like that. And I thought maybe the focus could be on the source of some of the world's problems, many of the big ones, and that is in the Middle East. And that would be for all of us here who know how to pray real well. Let's hope that the problem in the Middle East can be moved much closer to a resolution in the calendar year that follows and in the Muslim calendar year that follows. I'll leave that with a thought. Thank you for inviting me again this year.
Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow parliamentarians, good evening. I was going to say afternoon, but I think I'm too late for that one. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yasmin Ratansi. I seem to be now the only Muslim MP in the House of Commons. So I guess I get the privilege to go into every function where Muslims have to be there and I have to be there. But I'm so pleased to be here. I am pleased to be at functions that are organized by APMO. Mubin has been a long-standing friend, and he has brought in diverse communities together. And as we celebrate the Eid-ul-Adha, this Eid of sacrifice, let us reflect on what this sacrifice really means to us. And I'm not going to give you a lecture on sacrifice, but what I'm going to say is that Prophet Abraham, peace be on him, did a sacrifice, and we will now be celebrating the birthday of another prophet, Prophet Jesus, or Isa in the Muslim language. And peace be on him. And it is important to know that we all share common elements. The Abrahamic tradition that the Judaic faith, the Christian faith, the Muslim faith shares the same ethos, and the ethos of goodwill towards mankind, tolerance, generosity, helping the poor, the sick, the disadvantaged. And as we celebrate all this festivity, let us think of the people who are less advantaged than us. Let us think of those that do not have what we have. And we in Canada are so very, very fortunate. His Highness the Aga Khan calls Canada a beacon to the world. And the reason it's a beacon to the world is we understand pluralism.